The next request is an approval of a contract, a part-time contract for Mr. Chris Wicker for employment with the city.
Mayor, this is the follow-up on the item that was presented and had been discussed a little bit as early as a month and a half ago and presented at the work session last week, which the council did approve the idea of the employment and going forward with Mr. Wicker as a part-time employee following his retirement on November 30th with a start date in early January of 2010. And that's what the City Council approved and directed staff to prepare and bring back a contract with the help of the City Attorney. We have done that, and Mr. Chichester has approved the contract in form and makes that recommendation. And just to remind the City Council, the contract is to employ Mr. Wicker in a part-time fashion at $25 per hour in an amount not to exceed 1,000 hours on an annual basis. The initial contract is for a 6-month period starting in January going until June 30th of 2010, and then is renewable certainly at the council's discretion toward the end of each contract period. And the renewal as it's set up in the contract is on an annual basis. So basically starting in mid-fiscal year to go through the end of that fiscal year and then get on track. And if the council decides to go forward at that time, renew on an annual basis. We've got the information that's there, and nothing's changed since we presented this last week, Mayor.
Does any councilman have any questions for the manager?
I wonder, just a thought, after the first, going through June, the first year, if it could be looked at renewable on a 6-month basis versus a yearly basis, just to look at, because I'm sure Chris will be working on some grants and working with the different organizations on bringing in dollars and funds. Is it standard that it's a year versus a 6 months, or is that?
You know, you can go either way, Councilman Farabee. I don't think that anything's written in stone. I think that's just really more of a convenience. I mean, probably standard is more of a year, but that's not a requirement. That's not a rule. I'll be honest with you. I was afraid we might scare Chris away, and if we could tie him down for a year, I'd want to go ahead and do that if it gets renewed. But that may not be the case, and I'm sure we can work out 6 months if that's the will of the council.
It was basically a comment. So maybe after the first.
The first term is for 6 months, though,
we can look at that.
The first term is a 6 month, and then when the renewal comes up, if there's an inclination to do that, you could do it at that time.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions for the manager? If not, I will entertain a motion to approve the contract resolution attached hereto for the part-time employment of Mr. Chris Wicker.
So moved.
All right, I have a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a second. Is there any discussion? There being no discussion, all in favor, please say aye.
Yeah. Aye.
All opposed?
No.
No.
Did you get that, huh? How about raising your hands? That'd be better, so at least all in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay, fails for the okay.